Today I'm talking about the Edgit tool, and actually it's two crochet hooks. One is really sharp and pointy, and it pierces the fabric. If you can see that, can you see that? And then the other one is just a regular crochet hook. It's really tiny. So if you're doing something really tiny, this crochet will work. But then once you get in your basic stitch where you have to pierce the fabric, you can use any size crochet hook that you that would complement your fibers that you're using. And what kind of fibers? You can use anything. Look, this was yarn. I think on this one, I'm going to put this cotton yumminess. Don't you think that's pretty? Somebody gave this to me as a Christmas present. So I thought I'd crochet along the bottom of that to give it just a little something something. And then today I'm going to be demonstrating, I thought this bag could use a little trim on it, so I think I'm going to put some trim on it. What do you guys think about this gray for that? Or do you like the gold better?
I would go brighter, but that's just me.
You would?
I'm a
okay.
bright person.
Well, I'm going to go with gold on this, because this is a tea towel that I thought I would applique on.
Ooh.
Put a fall applique, and so I thought I would do it on this. So, always when I do a demo, I like to put a dawn swing on things. You know how that is. And so, this is my dawn swing. I made my own template. I just took some template plastic. This is blue because it's x-ray film. I just use instead. So anyway, but I have this ruler and it already has holes in it. It's a ruler that you can do circles with, but you don't need that. You can just set it down and mark every half an inch, and that's what I marked, every half an inch. Now, this one was done like every, quarter inch, maybe almost an eighth of an inch, but see how delicate the fiber is? I'm going to be using a chunkier fiber, so I'm going to do mine at every half inch, okay? So you can make your template however you want. And I don't know where I got this 100 years ago at the hobby store, probably. But do you see it's a hole punch?
Yes,
it's just a teeny tiny hole punch. So I used a hole punch, but not everybody's going to have a hole punch. So what I did was I took my marker and I made my dots. See the dots on there? And this is a half an inch up from the bottom. So you can just lay your ruler down, a half an inch, and just mark every half inch, a little dot every half inch, okay? And I did that with this marker, with a micron pen, okay? And then after that, I used my hole punch and I just punched them. But if you don't have a hole punch, we happen to have these yummy little stiletto tools, or you could use an awl. And this is a little felt, wool felt pad that we use in embroidery to do drizzle stitches and knotting stitches, textural stitches, because you'll need to stick your needle down into something. So instead of that, I'm just going to use my stiletto tool, and I'm just going to punch holes like that. And that's how I make my own template, okay? It just makes marking easier. So I just laid this down on the edge of my towel, and I just, with my pen, just went through. Now, I don't care whether these show or not. They're so tiny that that's where you're going to put your hole. So it's just going to look like a hole. If you wanted it to go away, you could use a chalk pencil. I don't ever use those disappearing things, only because I'm neurotic about it. I don't want to put any chemicals on my stuff. So, look at this mess I've made. So then I'm going to get out my tool, the sharp one. That's not the sharp one.
For future reference.
Do you guys want to feel? This is like a needle on the end. I mean, it's very sharp, okay?
He's got a machine to do this.
And so we are going to take our thread. And if you don't know how to crochet, there's 1,000 million things on YouTube that teaches how to crochet. But we also have this book of edgings, and you could use any of these patterns to do on the edge of your things. You just need an edging pattern. And you can buy the tool by itself, or you can buy it with a little book that has some edging ideas on it and tells how to use the tool. But you get this little cheater card in with the tool, automatic. So that's just some little tricks and trades. I'm gonna leave a pretty long tail because I'm gonna fish it in when I'm done. I'm just gonna pierce the fabric with my hook, and I'm just gonna start crocheting. Bring it up, go through 2. I'm gonna chain 2. You can chain 1. It just depends upon what size your design is gonna be, okay? So I'm gonna do 2. Pierce, bring up the thread. Well done. Then chain 2. Because I've got to somehow take up the space between the 1/2 inch there. So do you see how that does it? Just chaining 2. Just takes up that 1/2 inch space. Go down.
So you're wrapping around your crochet hook several times before you start chaining?
Just once. Just chain. It's just a chain stitch, only I'm taking the chain stitch. See, it's just going to go down. I'm not even wrapping it. I'm just going to go down, catch the thread, bring it back up, and then complete my chain stitch.
Okay, I see.
See that?
Wrapping extra
No.
but you're not. Okay.
Nope. And then now I'm doing 2 chain stitches, going down, wrapping my thread, bringing it up. And when you bring it up, you want to bring it up to the top, because if you bring it down here, it's going to curl this inside. You see that? So you want to bring that up to the top so that you're not making it too tight and that there's plenty of room for your little stitch. Okay? So then once you do that, then you can start on your pattern. So I'm going to do a double crochet. So I'm going to do 3 chain stitches and a double crochet. And I might do, depending upon how wavy you want or whatever you're doing, it's just a simple thing. I mean, you can make it as simple or as complicated as you want. And then I'm just going to go down with a single stitch, a single crochet, where my little spacer is. So I'm back into the 2 chains. Oh, wait a minute. I want to do a double. 2 chains. And I'm doing 3. So it'll make a little scallop on the edge. But you can get fancy schmancy because look at here how they've done it. They've done 2 double crochets, and then they've done a picot, and then they've done 2 double crochets. On here is, I can't even remember, I did this so long ago. Here's a chain stitch, and then after I chain stitched, I came back and did a single crochet, 3 chain stitches, a single crochet, and it just made this cute little lacy. Okay? I tend to not be so lacy on my towels because I don't really want them to, ripple. I want them to lay nice. But on pillowcases or on doilies, and this, I just love this. This is very old. I don't know how old it is, but it's pretty old. And I love that. Now on the thing here, it says to do a zigzag stitch on your, or a cover stitch on your sewing machine. But I don't do that. Why? That just kind of defeats the whole purpose of having the tool, doesn't it?
I mean, as long as it's hemmed already. I mean, if it was raw edge, you would do it.
Right. If it was raw edge, definitely. Yeah, but if I'm always doing it on something that's already finished. Right. So if I was going to do it on this, it'd be the same thing. Now this is really thick right there, so I would have to take my awl or my stiletto, whichever one you want to call it, and give myself some help right there at that first one, because it's going through a bunch of thicknesses. But you can see that right here it's only 2 thicknesses and it goes right through. It's that sharp point on that hook. But after I get it done, after I get that first step done, and then I turn around to do my design, the first row is just basically giving yourself a place to stitch, something to go into, okay? And after I do that, then I can switch out if I wanted to use, let's say I wanted to just put this down as my base stitch and come back with a heavier thread for the actual design. And then I can just go into my hooks and find a bigger hook, or even, you know, something like this if I was doing the yarn. See? Now, I don't think we have the pattern. Peter, do we have the pattern for that quilt that's been done and they crocheted around the blocks? So it would be like this. Here would be the block. What am I doing? The block would be here. Like this could be a piece block or just a plain block.
I haven't seen it.
And then they did I think it's with the thread. It's with this thread right here. I think it's in the basket with that. I don't know. But anyway, then they do a crochet design around all the blocks, and then they put the blocks together. So there's crochet. So it's sort of like an Afghan and a quilt that married each other and had babies. Babies. But this is kind of fun. This is in that book. I love this book. I've got to check it out. I just saw that we had it today. But look at all the different designs. See, isn't that pretty with the 2 colors? I love that. That was sort of kind of like what I was going for a little bit, but not really. Oh, look at that with the little hearts. Couldn't you see that dangling down on my little thing? That's so cute. I think I'll have to do that. So, that's the Edgit. You might want to try it. I'll give you $5 off if you spend $25 today. It's only good today. So have a coupon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody gets a coupon. Everybody got a coupon? Did you need a coupon? No. Okay. Alrighty. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.
Thanks, Dawn.
Sure. Thank you. Edgit. Don't forget to Edgit. Edgit everything. I just found this in my stash today and I thought, hey, that would be so cute with an Edgit on it. But I might try that heart pattern. Very fun. We sell these in the store here at Always in Stitches in Noblesville, Indiana.